SWAT Jack is escorting the female assassin to the residence of the crime boss, Dr. Lee. He stops and observes towards the house, where the robbers are on guard.
Let's go!
Jack brings the female assassin in front of the robber and instructs him to report to Dr. Lee.
Hey, stop! What are you doing? I want to meet your boss.
The robber looks at the female assassin. He tells Jack to wait.
Wait here.
Dr. Lee is diligently working in his office. Inside, his extremely high-quality weapons are placed. The robber goes upstairs and notifies the boss about the situation below.
Yes, sir. Huh?
He immediately orders him to enter.
Yes, sir.
SWAT Tony is tired, eyes closed. Dr. Lee enters and tells him to follow.
It's time. Go.
The robber approaches Jack and tells him to follow.
Go.
The main robber points a gun at Tony. Another robber downstairs leads Jack upstairs to meet the boss. Tony sees his teammate and immediately calls out.
Stop.
Both sides exchange tense words.
Come on. You ready, person? Ready, person? Yes, sir. There's people. There's me. Come on.
Dr. Lee pushes Tony towards Jack.
Tony.
He also sends the female assassin back to the boss.
Are you okay? You remember? Alright, let's go. Okay.
The two SWAT members quickly leave. The two robbers attempt to chase, but Dr. Lee stops them.
Yes, sir. Alright, let's go.
Jack unties Tony. Both return to their base.
Nothing. Let's go.
Tony thinks about something. He goes and sits on the stairs. Jack goes inside and places a gun under the ground. He goes to see other guns and tries. Tony, with a worried face, recalls being brutally tortured by Dr. Lee's henchmen. He sits there and laughs, ordering his henchmen to beat him. Tony walks into the room and sees some guns. Jack asks him immediately.
What are you doing?
Tony pretended nothing happened.
Nothing.
Told Jack to stay while he left.
You stay here. Okay.
Tony goes to Dr. Lee's base. He acts quietly. Tony goes into the room and sees a robber on guard. He angrily shoots towards him. The robber also rushes out and shoots back. He shouts loudly for the boss on the upper floor. Tony sees him shouting loudly and shoots him dead. Tony goes to the robber and exchanges guns with him. He moves upstairs. The robber sees Tony and immediately shoots. Dr. Lee calls the female assassin back into battle. The female assassin runs out. They both team up to shoot Tony. He quickly shoots back at them. Both quickly escape. Dr. Lee also runs out. Tony, angered by Dr. Lee's torture, shoots wildly towards them.
I can't forgive you! You die!
The robber rushes out and shoots back at Tony. He quickly pulls out another gun and shoots the robber dead. Dr. Lee and the female assassin rush out, shooting the SWAT member and injuring him. Another robber runs down. Dr. Lee immediately orders him to advance.
Hey, go! Yes, sir!
Tony sees a robber walking towards him. He takes out a knife and stabs the robber to death. Tony shoots towards the crime boss and the female assassin.
Die!
Dr. Lee quickly runs into the room and changes to another gun. Dr. Lee shoots Tony, injuring him. Tony quickly runs away. Tony goes to the end of the hallway, risking his life and jumping down.
Hey, trees!
Tony runs desperately wounded. He stops and takes out his phone to call Jack.
Hello.
Tony and Jack talk back and forth.
I'm being chased. Come in now. What?
Jack hears Tony is in danger and rushes over. Dr. Lee and the female assassin are searching for the SWAT members. The female assassin sees Tony and tells Dr. Lee to shoot. Tony quickly runs away. They also chase after him. Dr. Lee and the female assassin stop and shoot continuously towards Tony. Jack is still tirelessly searching for his teammate. Jack sees Tony being shot by the crime boss and the female assassin. He immediately runs over and subdues the female assassin. Dr. Lee hurriedly runs away. He hides behind a wall to observe the two SWAT members. Dr. Lee angrily steps out and shoots, but Jack saves Tony. Dr. Lee runs away. Jack is dead. Tony can only call his name in despair. He is extremely distressed by the loss of his teammate.
Wake up! Come on!
Tony cries out in sorrow.